Doris, talking specifically about coaching. Is this the point in the season where a staff can try to light a spark under a player?
Yeah, a couple things to decide. That first, how is your team doing versus what you believe your ceiling is? And second, what kind of effort are you getting on a daily basis? We know these coaches. They are not afraid to light a fire when necessary. And sometimes, Kev, it's necessary.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Oubre out there with Paul George, and it's Embiid in at the center.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Bounce pass Nembhard. To the paint, here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Oubre kicks to Maxey. And it's off from three-point range. Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to Portland. And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quinn Grimes a revelation last season. And let's not forget, number 3 pick B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here is Davis. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. He gets that one.
What a great start. They've only missed one thus far.
Here's Maxey. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Oubre passes to Embiid. Over Davis. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Looming large on the interior. Embiid hard to deny.
To the inside. And finished off by Davis.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Maxey passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
Back to Nembhard. It's Davis on the wing. Shoots over Embiid, and Davis can't get it to go.
2 minutes remaining.
The 76ers trail by 3. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. I brought up Tyrese Maxey and I asked him what makes him so hard to guard. He said, quote, to put things simply, his speed and his decision making. He's one of the fastest guys in the game and also picks smart shots to take. That combination is lethal. We'll see how his defense fares against Maxey tonight. Guys?
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Now, Nembhard, after the missed 3 from Tyrese Maxey. 5 on the clock. Here's Davis. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Embiid. And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
And so here is Dallas after the miss from Joel Embiid. On the wing, Davis. Shoots over Embiid. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
And George kicks to Maxey. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep, the Mavericks pull it in. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Mavericks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Thompson is out there with Najee Marshall. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Williams at the 1 spot. The 76ers trail by 3. Down low, here's McCain. A shot's good on the assist by George.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Williams kicks to Russell. Thompson in the corner. Over George. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, you have to appreciate watching Klay Thompson ply his trade. The shooting form is absolutely perfect.
And you look at this Mavs rotation now, Doris, a wide range of ages.
And that's important, Kevin, because typically when you start a rebuild or a build, it begins with young players. But inevitably, there comes a moment in time where you think, we need some maturity and we need some veterans in our locker room. So it's always better to have a blend.
And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's Edgecombe in for Jared McCain. Here's Embiid. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Pass to Barlow. Now Edgecombe. Lets the 3 fly. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Here's Nembhard. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team. Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Pass to Christie. To Nembhard. And here's Davis for 3. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Anthony Davis prefers playing power forward. He said, quote, "If I have to play the 5, then it's totally fine. At the end of the day, I trust coach's decision." I'm pretty sure he heard AD wants to play the 4, but I want to win. So if that's me playing the 5, that's what it's going to be. Kevin, back to you.
He can do both. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Dallas. Clyde comes in for D'Angelo Russell. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Maxey's checked in. Nemhard finds Washington. Now flagged. He has yet to score.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
4 on the shot clock. Dallas again missing. Now the 76ers with it. They're on an 11-2 run. Indoors with the big trade last season, there's more than a little pressure to win in Dallas.
Kevin, this organization traded away a generational star in Luka Doncic, one of the great players we've seen come into the league as an 18-year-old. And you've got a player in Anthony Davis who has an injury history and is 6 years older. You better believe there's pressure in D-Town.
Here's Davis. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Maxey deciding where to go with it. Driving the lane. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And Edgecombe gets it to go.
Just great awareness. You know, you spot the man on the perimeter, you set him up with a great look.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Checked in for Philadelphia. George comes in for Quentin Grimes. .50 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Davis. No good again that time.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Here's Edgecombe. He had 25 points in the win against Memphis.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Nemhard against Maxey. Flag with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And the first half is now in the books. 76ers lead by 7. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops, and I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep filling them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
To the court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from home lead. Ooh, they're measuring up the shots. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Philadelphia 76ers.
One big reason they're up, they're controlling the glass, both boxing out and crashing in.
Yeah, you could tell rebounding was a point of emphasis for them coming into this game.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Joel Embiid out there with Oubre, and it's George in at the 3 spot. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Oubre outside. High post, Embiid. Davis is there. Pass to Edgecombe. 6 to shoot. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 4. Now Flag. Nembhard sets the pick for Flag. Inside, Davis. And Davis throws it down.
And when Davis gets going, you are in trouble because he will just power through you to get to his spots.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
action, let's look at the stats for Paul George. Averaging about 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Maxey. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Embiid against Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
I tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken 3 shots. He's made 3 shots.
Oubre finds Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. And the 3 off target.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey guys, the Sixers, they want to get over the top. Joel Embiid said, I've accomplished everything individually, but there's one thing missing, which is to win a championship. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure that in the postseason I'm healthy and as dominant as I've ever been. Kevin, back to you.
His health is key. Allie, we appreciate the report. And here's Maxey outside. And he's good on the 3 ball. Maxey's got 7 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
You know what's happening, man. Here comes your defense crew.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Quentin Grimes is checked in for the 76ers. .152 left here in the third quarter. Now, Nembhard, he has 6 to the inside, and he uses the glass on the layup. Nembhard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Outside, George. The 76ers, another 3.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Pass to Flag. 1:05 left to play here in the third, and it's Washington missing. The 76ers leading by 5. Grimes passes to Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
Pass to Flag. Here's Washington. Nothing on the board. Now Christie. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's Washington missing. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
Substitution on the court.
Go! 19 seconds left in the third. Davis looking for an opening. Effort to screen on George. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down hard.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. 76ers ahead. They're up by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
It's not going to be easy. Come on. It's not going to be easy. Let's go. Defense. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Jason Kidd moments ago in his huddle getting everyone focused and amped up to take on these next few moments.
Yeah, and an emphasis really on forcing stops. Something Coach did very well back in his day when he was playing. Let's see if they can live up to his expectations.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Williams is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Thompson, and it's Davis in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Embiid against Gafford. Embiid, no good. Dallas has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. The shot by Thompson, no good. The 76ers leading. Pass to Embiid. Back to Grimes. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid sets the pick for Edgecombe. From outside, off the mark. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Thompson passes to Davis. Can't get it to fall. 76ers shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And Thompson gets it to go.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
No.
Here. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you so much. Bounce pass, Maxey. Oubre outside. The 76ers again can't hit it. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Davis with a screen on Maxey. That one misses. The 76ers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. George trying to get open as Oubre. Embiid is just too strong inside.
And just knows where to go. Embiid positioning himself perfectly to get the putback.
Washington sets the pick for flag. He drills the three.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Embiid with the screen on Nembhard. Maxey. Embiid.
2 minutes.
Embiid with authority.
And in the big moment, Embiid is your guy. He's always ready to go on the attack.
Davis against Embiid. That one is off.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Wow, Embiid pulls the defender in close and then gets all the contact he wants.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, in these situations, this is who they want at the charity stripe.
Here's Davis. Oubre with the rebound.
Boy, that's the kind of contest you need to force the miss.
Now Embiid. Jumper is off. Wide with it. Maxey covering. Now Davis. Davis using his size.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And here's Embiid.
And how about the poise from Embiid? Gets fouled, but stays with the shot and able to get that one in the air.
Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Washington's outside. Nembhard against Maxey. Embiid there for the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, George. Puts it up from 15. Christie there for the rebound. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Here's Dallas.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jump.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Here's Embiid for the win. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Kelly Oubre out there with Embiid, and it's George in at the 3. Edgecombe with the steal, and now Maxey pushing it up, and no one back there to stop him. That one goes in.
And great hustle from Maxey in the open court, getting there on the fast break.
Here's Flag. Now Nembhard. Shoots it up. He nails the jump shot. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Now Embiid. Davis pulls it down. Dallas has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
76ers foul. Paul George. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Dallas. Flag. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
Now Embiid. Here's Maxey. And down goes the three.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
Now Davis.
There's a fluid power and athleticism that he possesses. Nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
At the line for Dallas. Anthony Davis. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up.
And when healthy, Davis remains an absolute force in this league on both sides of the ball.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
And he gets it to go.
So poised in these situations. Love seeing Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
Now Davis. Good. Some old school moves in the post.
Stepping up, Davis is a fantastic option late. You know with that height and skill set, he's going to get a good look.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Embiid. Davis pulls it down. On the wing, Christie. Now Nembhard. Now Davis. And he banks the layup in.
Go get it, big fella. A basket they needed desperately, and Davis delivers in the clutch.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Davis against Embiid.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few players, if any. Too
much size and really too much skill to defend.
Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Connecting at the charity stripe, so important. Now you are up 3.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Embiid inside. Davis is there. It falls!
And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moment.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Launches it. Fires the 3. Buries the deep ball. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Washington's outside. No good from 3. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line. Now, Davis. Shot clock at 6.
Hey, yo, right here.
Not that time. It won't go. Philadelphia's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Outside George. Now Embiid from deep. Great touch from 3 from Embiid.
A big man with big-time range. Good to see Embiid cash in from deep.
Nembhard with it. Davis. And the layup is off. The 76ers leading by 3. Edgecombe with the screen for Maxey. Now Embiid. It's off target. The Mavericks shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Now flying. Christie fires. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
That one is good.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Oh, what a play inside.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Now Edgecombe. Embiid.
Embiid has to deal with as much contact inside as anyone. He's good at going up and getting to the spot.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a two-possession game.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Nemhard against Maxey. Embiid there for the rebound. Philadelphia's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, critical trip to the line. He knocks him in and gives him a little cushion down the stretch.
A three-pointer. Good.
P.J. Washington, this guy has never rattled. My goodness.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Here's Edgecombe. Missed on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Christie with the screen for Nemhard. For 3. Can't get it to go. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Maxey, 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Dallas calls timeout. They're down by 6. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Christie with it. Outside, Nembhard. And there's the three.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here.
All right, everyone. I want you to get out of your seat and make some noise! Who wants a t-shirt?
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
First personal foul. 15 foul. Tyrese Maxey.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game. So Philadelphia wins it. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players. And after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned. And I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
And now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Joel, in the past, you've certainly had your critics, and you have not run from them. What are you looking to prove out there?
Just being dominant, so I want, every time people hear my name, I want them to know that I'm a dominant player.
Well, you do have the ability to dominate every single night. Good luck moving forward.
Terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that about wraps it up. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And now, our player of the game, Joel.